Topic, forgiveness, is difficult for many of us. And it's difficult because forgiveness kind of roots itself within us. There's a level of other emotions that come when we have to do this act, right? There's feelings of guilt, feelings of shame, embarrassment, and that is usually a level of external or extrinsic feelings when we have to provide forgiveness to others. So, what about when we feel that we have messed up with ourselves? We made some sort of mistake, small or big. What happens when we have to find forgiveness for ourselves? And a lot of times, the level of self compassion that we need to provide is non existent. Especially in the veteran community. As human beings, we innately are more difficult on ourselves. We are our own worst critic. So when it comes to providing forgiveness for that sacred act of saying, I forgive myself, whether unconsciously, subconsciously, or overtly, right? It's super difficult. So, this tapping meditation is to support you in forgiving yourself, into moving forward, allowing you to free yourself of those other levels of emotion, right? So, those other levels of icky and sticky, so that you can move forward and be the best person that you can be. So, as always, let's take a moment to ground ourselves. And for this one, let's take 3 calming breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. And we begin by starting on the karate chop point for the setup statement here. Even though there's a part of myself that doesn't want to forgive, I accept myself. Even though there is a part of me that feels I can never forgive myself, I love myself. Even though there is a part of me that doesn't feel right to say, I forgive myself, I deeply and completely accept that part of me. Then we move on to the eyebrow point right here, where the eyebrows begins. I feel so guilty and ashamed. The side of the eye, I cannot forgive myself. Under the eye, right on the bone, for what I've done. Under the nose, for what I've been thinking. The chin, I feel a need to continue to mistreat myself. The collarbone, I can't change what happened. Under the arm, and so instead, I punish myself. And the top of the head, I've become so good at mistreating myself. And we'll continue through the points and the tapping. The eyebrow. I can work on forgiving others, but I can't forgive myself. It's safe to give this feeling of resistance a voice now. All of the judgments I've been feeling about myself and what I've done. But it still feels wrong to forgive myself. All this guilt and shame and embarrassment and blame, because I can't change the past. It's just on autopilot. Maybe there's another way. But this is the only way I know. All this resistance to change, all this resistance to forgiving myself, is it because I don't know how to fix it? But what if there was another way? I'm beginning to understand that until I forgive myself, I'll continue to create pain in future circumstances. But sometimes it still feels impossible. Maybe I need to take it one step at a time. I would never treat someone else the way I'm treating myself now. I allow myself to feel compassion. Wasn't I doing the best I could? I need to know better, to do better, but the past still hurts. I was veering away from the truth. What is the truth? I am a good person. The truth is, I deserve this forgiveness now. The truth is, I've already begun the process of self-forgiveness. I'm beginning to think in ways that possibly help me release the guilt I have, the shame I have, that there's a part of me that's ready to let go. I can forgive the things I've done in the past. Everything I have is inside me, and I can create a better future. And that future begins with self-forgiveness now. Maybe everything is a lesson that leads to a better future, a brighter future. Even though there's some judgments that are staying stubborn, I allow myself to relax now, and I'm open to possibilities. I'm now in the process of self-forgiveness. I'm listening to my heart. I'm tapping into the power of forgiveness now. Taking lessons from the past and releasing pain. Because it's safe to feel better. I allow my heart to experience my own love and forgiveness, to relax, to be open to possibilities, to move forward and let go of the past, to release those stubborn judgments and tap into the power of forgiveness right now. I release any pain because it is safe for me to feel good. And I allow my heart to experience love and forgiveness. Go ahead and take a deep breath and exhale. And I want you to do something a little bit different. I want you to place both hands on your chest and take another deep breath. Move your hands over your heart and ask yourself, what lessons do I need to learn from the past? What lessons do I need to learn from the past? And how are these lessons leading me to a brighter future? Because anytime you feel yourself going into that old pattern of judgments and guilt and shame and embarrassment, self-criticism, that's you, that's your body, that's your inner critic, right? Trying to tell you there's something to be learned. Not to put you down. So just place your hands on your heart and again, ask yourself in those times when you're going into your old pattern of self-criticism and say, what can I learn from this? So thank you for going through this fairly brief, short tapping session about self-forgiveness. And that's how easy it can be if you learn how to practice this and move forward and continue practicing on some of the things that have come up during this tapping session. You just need to spend some time every day tapping. It's so important because forgiveness, of others is something that we really need to practice. But when we are able to forgive ourselves, we become so empowered in changing our future path. We always need to be moving forward. We do not need to be moving back. Everything in the universe happens for us, and that includes starting with self forgiveness. We'll leave the music on for just a little bit more and feel free to hang out for a minute.